Alright, so I want to do my best to just get straight to the point and talk about this because I just got off of work and I'm tired as hell. Helldivers 2 is in some serious trouble right now. For those of you who are in the dark, many Helldivers 2 creators have announced that they are quitting the game either temporarily or indefinitely because of the many issues that are surrounding the game right now. And there are some issues that honestly just don't even seem real to me. From problems with the content updates to the whole creator program situation, to some people literally having to replace parts of their PC because the game is frying them. And as far as Arrowhead Studio goes, they've been handling all these problems very unprofessionally. This is especially the case when we're talking about this whole situation with the creator program. If you're someone who's unaware about that whole situation, I'll break it down for you. Basically, this creator, Lieutenant Buzz Lightyear, who is a pretty well-known Helldivers 2 creator, he ended up getting banned from the Helldivers 2 creator program because of Arrowhead trying to censor one of his videos. He's also made like 2 separate videos talking about this, and I honestly recommend you go and watch those videos because obviously, you know, this is the situation he's in, so he's able to explain it a lot better. And while Arrowhead does have the right to dictate their creator program however they see fit, they do not have the right to tell a creator to remove portions of their video, especially when they don't even fully understand the context of it. And in my opinion, he did do the right thing, and I really do respect him for standing his ground on something like this. And again, I highly recommend you go check out those 2 videos on his channel which fully break down like everything that had happened, especially because there is some important context that people should have. But believe it or not, that's not even where this whole situation with the creator program ends. Because apparently this creator named Arrowhead, who was supposed to be a part of the creator program, like literally told by Arrowhead Studios that he was going to be a part of the creator program, never ended up officially becoming a part of it, and was apparently ghosted by the studio after a while of like being strung on. And it's crazy how unprofessionally Arrowhead Studios are acting for these people who quite literally stated multiple times in their own videos that they love this game. So for these 2 creators to be banned and led on respectively is just honestly so unacceptable. And honestly, I haven't even seen Arrowhead send out a tweet or any type of response with all these situations, especially with this creator program situation, which is honestly the most frightening part of this. Especially when we're getting into this next issue, which I honestly still can't even believe is happening. But some creators have reported that Helldivers 2 has quite literally broken components of their own PC while running it. And I'm not 100% sure if I'm right about this, but some people have mentioned that it's because of GameGuard, the game's anti-cheat. But regardless, I'm sure everyone can understand that a game that is quite literally breaking parts of your PC is not good. I mean, I understand that the game has some lag issues and some server issues, and on my PlayStation, it does tend to blue screen and crash a lot, but the issue becomes 10 times more serious when we're talking about how it's frying literal components of a PC. Which, by the way, wasn't just reported by 1 person or 2 people, we're talking about 3 different people. And this is just a general scope of these creators. We have no idea how many more people within the community are experiencing something like this. And this honestly might be the biggest reason that a lot of these creators are quitting. A well-known Helldivers 2 creator by the name of Takibo, who is the one I personally watched the most, actually did mention that his $2,500 graphics card was almost ruined because of this, and mentioned how he cannot afford to replace the $2,500 graphics card, especially because he has a kid on the way. And it's like I said, Helldivers 2 has a lag problem. It's had one ever since they dropped the attachment update, which I am going to briefly talk about in a second, but they should at least put out like a PSA or some sort of response to this, saying that they're going to look into it and for people to be careful of it. Which, speaking of transparency, brings me to my last point on the list, and that's the problem with all these content updates. Now, don't get me wrong, not all content updates the game has made have been bad, but there are a few that I kind of wish would be changed by now. And these are updates that a lot of people, I believe, have been waiting for changes for. For example, the one I mentioned before, the weapon attachment update, where they only gave certain weapon classes and certain weapons attachments that you can actually level up and grind for, where others just have sights. Which, from the jump, never made any sense, because it just excludes a lot of people's favorite weapons. On top of that, we have to mention the War Bond releases. where I've been saying for the longest time that they really need to fine-tune these and start making some things that are actually worthwhile, and they should let us equip whatever armor passive we want on whatever armor set. Overall, it's safe to say that Helldivers 2 is in a pretty bad spot right now. Now, if you're someone who's been watching the channel for a little while, you'll know that I've made multiple videos on Helldivers 2, and I do have a deep love for this game. The most popular video on my channel is a Helldivers 2 video, and it's very sad to see the state that Helldivers 2 is in right now and to make this video. And I do hope that sooner rather than later Arrowhead will look into some of these things and fix some of these problems, as well as, you know, address this whole creator program controversy. And until then, I guess we're on Arc Raiders, which, by the way, at the time I'm recording this video has almost 200,000 concurrent players in the beta alone. And since I'm starting to stutter, I'm just gonna end this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, leave a like down below and leave a comment letting me know what you think about all this stuff. And of course, don't forget to subscribe if you're new. I'm gonna go lay down on my bed and knock out, and I'll see you guys later.